You.
We're good, man. So, uh, how are you doing today? You doing fine?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so the recording just started. Basically, me and Trevor, we're just gonna go through like a few questions with you and just give your honest feedback and go from there. Okay. So for those that are new to the channel, welcome guys. My name's Marcus. This is Trevor, and then we have good friend Jordan over here. Jordan is one of the members inside our Peak Flow community, and so we actually wanted to start off um, asking you, Jordan, like, why did you even get started with high ticket e-commerce?
Um, I've been on the internet since 2017, and I started in the agency space, kind of doing lead gen, SEO, like the whole nine. And honestly, just kind of got tired of dealing with people's displeasure, like
An agency,
uh,
right?
agency. Yeah, yeah. Like if whatever service you sell, it's it's never good enough. So the churn rate with agency is like you can do the best job possible, and it's like it's just not good enough. And honestly, I just kind of got burnt out with it. I mean, I had a lot of good clients, I had a lot of bad clients too. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and honestly, I'm still doing some marketing for a few select people that I like, but I learned early on. I should say I learned later than what I wish, that in order to make it on the internet, you have to sell expensive stuff.
High
Um,
ticket.
High ticket. You have to sell high ticket because your ad costs is so much, and it's just everything's expensive.
Correct.
So I think I told Trevor this when I first came on, but I had looked into doing this 2 or 3 years ago, um,
Mm.
and I didn't know how. I think part of it was I didn't know completely how to do it, and I think the market that I was wanting to get into wasn't quite ready for it too. Um,
What do you mean by that?
I mean, I called suppliers and they were like, no. So, uh, which a lot of that could be, I didn't follow like your steps, to be quite honest. I was just picking up the phone like, hey, is there an opportunity here? And the answer, I didn't call as many as what, obviously with your system, it's like, do this, do that. And that's kind of what I needed. But I had called like two or three suppliers in the niche, and
Mm.
they were all like, nah. So I just kind of shelved it for a while and kept, you know, struggling.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. Quick
and
question. Sorry to interrupt. Like, what? Just to go back a little bit back onto like how you got started and everything. What were some of the biggest differences from your experience between agency and high ticket dropshipping?
okay, so high ticket drop shipping, the people are looking for the product, and so the sale is relatively easy. You're
Purchase
it's
intent at like search engine, Google Ads.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like most of my sales anyway, it's like they call, they know what the product is, they know that they want it, they've already done the research, and it's like, can you give me a good deal, and can I trust you to get it to me?
Exactly.
And with agency, it's like, hey, I'll run ads and get you more appointments. There's 1,000 other people that are doing that. Like
100%.
like literally 1,000 other people. So what are you going to do for me that's better than the next guy? What kind of guarantee are you going to give me? Like, it's a race to the bottom. And
Mm.
that's not the case with everyone, obviously, but for the most part, that's what it is.
I
So,
love that.
yeah.
Really cool. Yeah. Okay. So I have one final question before I pass on to Trevor.
Mhm.
Um, for you, before coming into the program, what were some of your biggest bottlenecks or the challenges you were facing before coming into the Peak Flow community?
I knew that I wanted to get into selling high ticket products, but I didn't know exactly how. Like, I understood I understand how the internet works. I can sell like I can market the crap out of it, but it was worth it to me to invest knowing that, okay, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and
System.
then the system. Yeah. So, and even since then, like, I think I told Trevor this too earlier, I've probably spent $60,000 on online courses, since like 2017 to,
Really?
yeah, 100%. And this by far, by far, this has been the best in terms of ROI, number one, and number two, the situational stuff. It's like a lot of these courses will show you how to do things, but it's like, okay, in my niche, I've got this and this and this going on. Like, what are your thoughts? And I'll like send Trevor a video or send Ray a video, and they're like, do this, and and then it works. So does that answer your question?
Spot on, bro.
Okay, cool. I mean, all the other courses help, to be honest. Like, if you're just jumping in, like if you have never done anything on the internet and you're jumping in expecting to have like a huge win in like 6 months, like, good luck. So all the other stuff helps. Like, it helps to kind of know how the ecosystem works. You know what I mean?
That's a really good business mindset. I just want to point out, like, that's also probably one of your success factors amongst, just as a high ticket dropshipping community in general. Like, what makes someone, in my opinion, a good high ticket dropshipper versus, not as profitable high ticket dropshipper is that business mindset. Like, you definitely understand how this online game works. And yeah, it's just, we found a dent in the system. So yeah, fire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm really thankful for the system, the community system. Like, it's legit. So yeah.
Yeah. And to add on to that, yeah, I've also invested. I don't remember at this point how much I spent on courses and education, but they've all paid off in some way. You might not realize it like in the moment, but like they always, like maybe a few years down the line, oh, you learned something from this course that you can apply in this current situation.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, for most people, I mean, they would say like, yeah, you could learn most things, for free, which is definitely the case. But like, if you want that straight path to get there quicker, then yeah, by investing into something that's already like step by step is going to get you there quicker, in my opinion, as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. I guess with that being said, like, what insights or like help in terms of like the program did you think helped you the most in terms of like overcoming like difficulties in your business? For example, is it the Google ads? Is it the one-on-ones? Is it like auditing the ads via Loom? What do you think helped the most?
Definitely Google ads. So like in the agency space, like you're doing like search campaigns. So like, I understand how that stuff works, but like, you're paying, I'll give you an example. Like, for a roofing company, you can pay $40 to $50 a click for what may not even be a lead. And so like that was what I was expecting, to be honest. And then coming in and watching how you set up your high, medium, and low ticket shopping campaigns, and I'm paying like pennies per click. Not all the time, but for the most part, like it's not even remotely comparable. So I was like, that was honestly that was the biggest thing, and that's what pushes the needle too. It's like, if your product is profitable and you can set up ads, you can set up ads as soon as you have your first supplier. So you should be able to drive sales pretty quickly. It takes, depending on how much money you're spending, it takes a
Sorry to
little bit.
interrupt, Gordon. What are your numbers right now currently?
What do you mean? Like total?
I think, yeah, you got a few sales. Just refresh, because I don't think we mentioned that at the moment for the viewers.
Okay. So the last 30 days was like just over 70,000 in
Just
revenue.
over.
Yeah. All time, I think we're, I don't know, probably, I don't know,
Probably like 150, 200.
close to 200. Yeah. So the last 30 days was like our best 30 days. So like it's getting, it just continues to get better. And that's part of what attracted me to the internet, for one, and building a store. Like your store is an asset. So as long as you continue to improve, like I was trying to explain to my wife, it's like buying real estate on Google. So like you put your store up, you keep adding products, like you're buying real estate, and the more relevant, the bigger you get, the more relevant you get, the more, like my conversion rate sucks right now. But if I keep the same volume, and if I get my conversion rate to 1%, like we're sitting on a ton of cash, like a ton.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the goal at this point. It's like you're just continually optimizing, and like you guys do a good job. Like if anyone is watching this and you have doubts, I can record a video right now and I can send it to Trevor and he'll say, do this, and it'll be better. I have not had, in all the money I've spent in courses, I haven't had access to that. So maybe that's why I hate, the agency space, because it's, you come into problems and nobody showed me how to fix some of them. But this is like, it's an asset. And if I want to sell the store in 12 months, I can sell the store.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck selling your agency.
Right. I guess with that being said, like, do you plan on selling the store? Like, what's your goals with the store?
My goal is to grow it at this point.
Okay.
So I think I'm in the niche that I'm in. The more research that I do, the more I feel like, how like somebody told me one time, if you keep swinging for the fences, like eventually you'll hit a home run. Like eventually the timing will be right, the market will be right, like
100%.
And the more research I do, the more it feels like the niche I'm in, like I feel like I'm in a pretty good spot. So like I want to keep improving things and keep growing traffic and increasing conversion rates and all that kind of stuff. So at this point, I don't have a really, I mean, if somebody offered me something crazy, maybe I'd think about it, but I don't think so.
Gotcha. Is it just you, or do you have VAs taking calls or uploading products?
I do not have VAs. I shouldn't say that. I've got one guy that's doing like kind of like product upload type stuff, tagging and all that kind of stuff off of Upwork. But if I can get my conversion rate to 1%, I'm going to be asking you about VAs taking calls, because that's what I'll need. Most of our sales are phone calls. So if the phone is ringing, we have sales. So yeah, I'll need a VA to take calls so I can take a vacation. Just being honest.
Like, yeah, like every time I go on vacation, the sales just pour in. It just always happens. It's like a coincidence. It's not even.
It's always
Yeah. That's so like within the last 30 days, I was in Florida at my brother's place, and like I was walking the beach selling, like the phone just kept ringing. And it was
gotta take it though.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. When the phone rings, you pick it up. But My wife wasn't super happy about it. So, but yeah.
Yeah, I see. I guess the last question would be like, what would you say to people like looking outside, maybe not inside a program, but just looking into getting into high ticket e-com? What advice would you give to them that are just like considering joining or just looking to starting this business model?
It would depend on whether or not you know how the internet works. I guess I would, if you are all over YouTube trying to figure out how this works, good luck. Because everyone is trying to sell you something. And so for me, like time is money. Like the longer, like you can spend time, reading books, you can spend time absorbing YouTube videos, you can spend time doing all that stuff and try to have like a perfect game plan or a perfect launch or whatever. But like the longer it takes you, like the more money you're losing. So I would find someone that you trust, and I couldn't help but recommend these guys, but like find somebody you trust and allow them to help you, like pay them and let them help you, and you will get to where you want to be much faster than if you were just like, hey, YouTube, tell me how to do this. Can you learn how to do it for free? Sure. But you better have your head wrapped around how the internet works. And I don't say that lightly. Like if you've been on the internet for more than like 5 years, you understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like things move so fast. An internet business that's 2 years old has gone through so many more iterations than like a physical brick and mortar business that's been up for 10 years. Like you have to know what you're doing. And so I would get plugged in with somebody that can help you get to where you want to go. And I mean, I would recommend these guys like 100%. So how's that?
Thanks, Joy. And I just want to add on one more thing. It's so interesting how you said that, because e-commerce, like online retail, online commerce, that itself is like $1 trillion industry. And so how I like to look at it is we're able to just take 1, 2, 3% of that big $1 trillion pie. Man, it's crazy. And what I love about high ticket dropshipping is like, even with your niche and your store, you have a B2C, but there's also B2B. So there's so much more possibility, so much like opportunity. Like I'm really happy for you, Jordan, and thank you so much for your kind words. Humbly, thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. And I know that like I guess if you're watching this, like, so like dropshipping has a pretty like not good name, I guess. And like if I could just give you like some contrast. So I've had all of those sales that we talked about. I've had a total of 35 orders. Total of 35 orders. So like that's not a lot, to be honest. Now I have another store that I have. I'm partners with a guy, and it's a supplement brand. It's brand new. No one's heard of it, but it's a $40 product. Your cost to acquire a customer is always more than that. You know what I mean? So we've had, just in contrast, and the supplement store has been open a little longer. We've had 721 orders for a grand total of like 25,000 in revenue. So you tell me, out of those two stores, so 721 orders, that's 720 times running to the post office. That's 700. You're packing, all that stuff. It's not drop shipping. Like we own the product. But like you have to spend money to acquire your customers. So if you're going to, and this is, coming back to what we talked about in the beginning, like you have to sell expensive stuff to make money online. And with this low ticket stuff, you know, you can go on Temu or go on Alibaba or whatever and pick a product and you can sell it, sure. But your cost per acquisition is going to be very expensive. So if I'm selling a $40 product and it costs me $50 to acquire a customer, like I'm negative $10 every sale. So when you're high ticket and you're making, you know, 10% on $20,000, like you've got $2,000 that you can spend to acquire that customer. Like
That's crazy.
It's not even remotely the same. So yeah.
That will fly over a lot of people's heads, but that what Jordan just said, that was like real, like entrepreneur, like you've been doing it for a while, like type of advice. Like that's real. That's real.
Yeah, I'm just curious, like on the supplement brand, are you profitable on the ads now, or is it you're aiming towards profitability?
There's a lot going on. Another pitch to like, if partnerships are not super easy.
Yeah.
So we are actually going after like influencers for this brand, because I ran ads for like a month or two and the cost per acquisition was so high that like it didn't make any sense. So all of the orders that we have, basically all of the orders that we have for this business have come from like 2 or 3 influencers, which that works. I mean, it's kind of free. It's quote unquote free marketing or whatever, but I mean, we're paying the influencers 30%. So like, even when you're selling, you know, a $40 product, 30% margin plus your cost to produce it, like you're only making like $15 or $20 a unit. You guys sell a lot of units, which you can. I mean, obviously people do it, but it's not easy. Once you get established, it's not that bad. But like this is a brand that no one has ever heard of, and these are just real numbers. So it's hard.
Yeah.
So
that's the reality of low dropshipping. So yeah, I understand.
Yeah. So anyway, happy to answer any other questions, but I'm real thankful to you guys for putting the program together. It's a good program. The coaching is worth it. I'd say it's more than worth it. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Jordan. If you guys are interested, we'll put the link in the description. Trevor, you good? Final words from
good.
Team.
We're good. Thank you for joining us today, Jordan, and cheers to many more successes.
Sure thing.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
All right. See you.
See ya.